and welcome back to Lismer Studios. Today we are going to finish the landscape that we started last week. We are going to be making a landscape collage out of wrapping paper, yarn, and well, we're going to use the glue stick and our scissors. And we're going to be learning about foreground, middle ground, and background. Alright, so let's begin and see what materials we need today. So these are the materials that you are going to use today. You're going to use the artwork piece, the collage that we were making last session. We're going to be using also the extra paper, the extra wrapping paper that you had, and also that colored paper that matched the color of your wrapping paper, okay? Because we're going to be finishing the trees today. You're also going to need yarn, and you're going to need a marker, scissors, and glue stick, okay? So let's begin. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is review what we were learning last time, okay? And also look at Arthur Lismer's painting, because in this painting we see that the trees in the foreground are bigger, just like in my collage right here. The ones in the middle ground are medium size, just like the ones right here, and the ones in the background, they're smaller. And that's exactly what we want to make in our collage, in our landscape collage today, okay? So let's begin doing our trees and finishing up this wonderful piece of art and this wonderful collage, okay? So the first thing that you need to do is take your green paper, and you are going to cut like more or less this size, okay, the medium size. You're gonna cut 2 pieces, okay, more or less the same size, and these 2 pieces are gonna be the branches of the big tree. Of course, we're not gonna make them as long as we cut them, okay, we're gonna make them more or less that size, and we are going to glue that on, okay? In the medium tree, we are going to make the branches more or less half the size of the tree, just like that. And in the little tree, we're gonna make them half the size as that tree. So see, these are the branches, these are the branches, and these are the branches. It's half the size as the tree trunk, okay? So we're gonna make it like that. And of course, here, we're gonna use this one, we're gonna cut it in half, okay? And you're gonna make smaller, thinner branches. This one here, you could even make 3 out of this big one right here, okay? And you just glue them just like that, okay? So like that, we see like the size is decreasing as it goes to the background. So now I'm gonna do this fast so you can see it, okay? And then you could do it later, all right? So just watch me. Now, to make more branches, what I'm going to do is cut half the size as the branches that I already have. Look, see, I measure them like this. I put the paper against the branch and I see the width that I need to cut. And I cut that width, more or less. It doesn't have to be perfect, okay? I cut 2, so I could have lots of branches, and see? And I just cut them to the size that they need to be. Maybe one there, one here, one here, okay, one here. Yeah, that's good, okay? And then the other one, I do the same. I cut halfway, okay? I cut this halfway. Maybe I make 2 just in case I need more, okay? And the same, you cut them. You see more or less the size that you're gonna be needing. And you just, see here at the end, I could put 2. Just like that, okay? You have to work with it. Remember that tree trunks are thicker, then you have your thick branches and your thin branches. And that's exactly what we are doing, okay? And now we're going to do the really thin one. Oh my goodness, okay? So I go to the really thin branches I see that we need very, very thin strips of paper. And that's what I do. Very thin strips of paper. And now I'm going to be cutting and gluing this really quick so you guys could see how I do it, alright? And then you could do it yourself. So, now that we have finished our perspective with the big trees in the front, the medium trees, and the small trees, what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna make a moon or a sun in the background, okay? So I'm gonna take this piece of paper that was left over. I am going to draw in the background. You could draw half a moon, or you could draw a full moon. Here I drew a full moon, and I put the whole circle in the back. I put it in the back of the tree there. But today, I don't want to put it in the back of the tree. I want to put it more or less, well, it's going to be in the back of the tree actually here because it's not going to fit. So let's see how it comes out, okay? So let me cut. Okay, now I have my moon, and I think I'm going to put the moon right here. Or maybe I could put it, let's see where it looks better. Here, here, no, I think here looks good, right there. So I'm just going to place my moon right here. I'm going to glue it. And now to finish the collage, well, almost to finish the collage, I'm going to take the yarn. And what I'm going to do is just a swirl around the trees just to make it like it has some type of leaves on it, okay, like maybe autumn leaves, okay. And I took orange yarn because the color here in our wrapping paper was orange, and that's why I took orange yarn. So you're gonna take just a piece of yarn, and what you're gonna do is, in this one I made a swirl, but you could actually make like square. So let's make like a square here, so you see the different styles that you could put your yarn in, okay? So I'm just gonna make like a square thing right here, okay? Maybe like wavy lines that come all the way down, and I draw them with my glue stick, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. So I'm going to glue the yarn right on top of these wavy lines. We're going to use our imagination. We're going to use also our creativeness, because that's why we do art, to be creative. And I'm going to cut it right here, okay? And there we go. So I have like the leaves on my tree right here, and now I'm gonna make also some leaves on this tree right here. I'm gonna start it from this side, okay, from the top, and I'm gonna go all the way down here. So let's do that. And now I have just finished my collage. A collage is an art piece that you take different papers, different materials such as yarn, paper together, and you put everything together to make something. In this collage that we have here finished, we have made a landscape with a foreground, a middle ground, and a background. And from the foreground, things are bigger, trees are bigger. In the middle ground, things are medium sized, and in the background, things are smaller. And that was our objective for today, to make a beautiful collage. You have done a wonderful job, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Hope you enjoyed this one. Bye bye. Oh, be good, okay? This week, be very good. Bye bye.